Hey, Brandy. Okay, thank you. So I'm finally able to get through this. I don't know what you did differently, but it's working now, so that's great. Why? It was working. Okay, so you said that your model backed out at the last second, and so you had to do something else. And so you're going with character through your subjects. And so we wanted you to use lighting to really establish the character of your subjects. And I think that this high ratio is working really well. I think as far as using lighting to establish the subject's character, you're doing it. They seem old. I'm really not a big fan of this post-processing here. I want to just look at the straight-up shots. They seem old. And the high key... I'm not, sorry, I was just thinking of something else. The low-key light with the high ratio is working pretty well. You did have a problem here in this one because you have blown out the white while still managing to underexpose the black, which means that your lights are down low on your scene here and they're close to the white, and so because of the inverse square law, it's really bright down here, but then the light falls off entirely, so these two black hats are underexposed. Let's see if we can find your setup shots. Oh wait, I think they're over here, right? They're at the end, which I can get to now because it's not crashing. I guess I can't really see. I'm going to assume that there's a light down here, but I'm not really sure. Because I see this here, that the light's on this side, but that means that this hat should be a lot brighter than it is in this shot. Oh, okay, yeah, it is on that side, yeah. Okay, it is on that side, but see, you can see where it's falling off this hat entirely. I mean, it's just completely black. And so one way to resolve that, let's see what you did here again, would be, you had it resolved here, it looks like, with this bounce. You could, I mean, I guess you could have brought that bounce even closer. That would have, I mean, really, that's about it. Or a second light, maybe like way up here with the diffuser on it, so it's just adding a little bit of fill. But other than that, these look pretty good. Thank you so much for working on getting your PDF put together. That's interesting, because I can barely see this hat here, but then when you apply the sepia post-processing on it, it shows up better, but it's just so dark here. I mean, I just think that the reflector really needed to be like right there. It needed to be a lot closer, or you just needed to use a second light with the diffuser a little bit further back, you know, because it's just it's just this black felt or whatever it is of the hat is just sucking the light out of the scene. And it's difficult. It's difficult when you had bright value, light value subjects with something so dark. It's really hard to deal with that. You'd almost need a spotlight, you know, using a snoot maybe with a spotlight directly on this so it's not spilling out anywhere else and it's just lighting up this hat. I mean, actually that would have worked really nicely. But it looks pretty good. I think, you know, for a stand-in, I think you did a good job giving yourself some complex subject matter and something that you could work with in regards to using your lighting to establish the character of your subject. So thank you. Well done.